Hey there, it's Dr. Matt. If you haven't tuned in before, I am a veterinarian and a first-year emergency critical care resident at North Carolina State University's College of Veterinary Medicine. Carolina State's not affiliated, nor do they endorse my channel. I feel like I always need to say that. Anyway, so haven't been on in 2 weeks, which getting into the swing of long hours, so oh well. Gosh, let's see. The second week I was on daytime ICU, which was super exciting. And then last week I was on night ICU. So the daytime is 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then the nights are grueling 5 p.m. to 8 a.m., maybe 9 a.m. Usually do 4 of those in a row. For cool cases that I had is I had a renal tubular acidosis, which I am going to present to the emergency club next week, which is super exciting. It's super rare, but it's one of those things that I'm very fascinated about. And it's the kidneys, which are my favorite organ. Let's see. I got to use canine albumin a couple of times. I had my first ventilator case. I had a dog that was referred for a kidney injury, and it turned out he had cancer everywhere, unfortunately. And let me tell you, kind of one of those people that like freaks out about time. So if we're going to meet at 5 o'clock and it's 5:02, I'm like inside. Otherwise, traveling's not bad to work. We live like 40 minutes away. The problem is right when I think I figure traffic out, it's like completely different the next day and then the next week. So still figuring that out. I think usually leaving like an hour before my shift, I usually get there on time. What else? Let's see. This week I'm back on daytime ICU. It was fairly quiet today, both the things that I had transferred, but it looked like things were starting to pile up as I was getting ready to leave, which one of the cases is being given plasma and albumin for septic abdomen, which sucks for him, but is super exciting to me. I like to manage that stuff. And so, we'll see how this week goes. I'm on from Wednesday through, I think, Sunday. But what's super exciting is the medicine service is holding an endoscopy boot camp for some of the residents this weekend. So, how to use the scope, how to clean the scope, indications, so on and so forth, which I've done a couple of cases at the end of my internship, but like, this is really official, so it's super exciting for me. Let's see. I'm really interested in extracorporeal therapy, so like dialysis, plasma transfer, so on and so forth. And so I think I'm going to sign up for like 1 or 2 kind of on-call shifts for the dialysis service, and see how that goes. See if I really like it. So exciting, but nerve-wracking, but exciting as well. Pretty quick, short video, but I guess the last thing I wanted to touch upon is like imposter syndrome. Definitely have been feeling that like once or twice a week. This is like annoying, right? Basically what it is like feelings of self-doubt or anxiety that like may hinder your ability to like achieve your goals. I don't think they're hindering my ability to achieve my goals like after sitting down and reflecting a lot, but it's weird. Like, you think that's going to go away when you become a doctor. You think that's going to go away at the end of your internship. And then you think it's going to go away in residency. So it's cool. We're just kind of flying by the seat of our pants. But it's exciting in a way. It's like trying to harness that positively. Trying to be like, well, I don't know these things. So let's look them up. Let's read it. Why not? Like, now's the time to get better. But there's still always that like self-doubt, or even if it's like the first case of something that I've never seen before, I'm like, why don't I know all of this? Why don't I know how to manage it? So on and so forth. I was looking into imposter syndrome more just because, we talk about it in school here and there, but didn't really know. Apparently there's a lot more to it. So there's 5 types, and I have to pull up a web page that's from choosingtherapy.com. Let's see. So the 5 types. So there's the perfectionist, which is a need to meet exceedingly high standards that may be impossible to achieve. Superhuman, which, let's see. Superhumans are wanting. Superhumans are wanting to do more and more. They're high achievers who put incredible pressure on themselves to excel in all areas of life to justify their accomplishments and success. Third is the natural genius. It's characterized by somebody's belief that their success is solely based on their natural talent or intelligence. A hallmark is that the success has always come easily to them without really trying. 4 is the soloist. It's characterized by feelings of independence and the need to achieve success entirely on their own. And then the last, which is the expert, which definitely vibe with this one probably the most, is the expert imposter syndrome type is common among people who have acquired specialized knowledge and skills in their field. That includes people with advanced degrees, such as doctors, lawyers, scientists. It's due to they've invested so much time and effort into their education and training, they feel like they should know everything about their chosen field. However, they still doubt their abilities and worry that they're not equipped to handle all the challenges of their job. Signs you may be the expert type include feeling you need to master every step in the process. Check. Feeling like you need to constantly pursue training and certifications. Check. Feeling like a fraud despite having expertise. Not always, but check. Struggling with procrastination because you feel overwhelmed. Not so much, at least not yet, but yeah. So it says what to do if you're the expert. Actively seek out opportunities for growth and learning, which trying to do that, which I think I've been successful so far. Creating a support system is also crucial in overcoming expert type imposter syndrome. Being vulnerable and sharing struggles, setbacks with trusted friends or family members can help you put things in perspective and feel understood, which definitely am trying that. So yeah, again, you think that's gonna pass and it hasn't. And I don't think it ever will really, but I remember being a student and we had like this imposter syndrome panel with 4 vets in different fields at my school and various levels of backgrounds and education and advanced education and what they do. And it was like mind blowing to know that like some of these people that have been out for like 20, 30 years still feel imposter syndrome, which is like reassuring that it's a lot more common, right? Like I think a lot of people may feel that way. They just don't share it. It's not everyone's jam to do so. It's just, again, it's just reassuring to know that like you're not the only one, but again, trying to like generate that in a positive way. So I think I've done that so far. I've been doing a lot of reading, and let me tell you, I have probably like 20 tabs open with a bunch of different research articles to read, and having like more than 5 tabs open stresses me out. And I have 7 on this window and like I said, like 20 something on the other window. So slowly trying to work your way through that. It's like every window I close or every article I close, like 6 more I have to read. So, but yeah, so, all in all, to kind of switch it back over, I think the hardest thing is like trying to adapt to a schedule that's really busy. Like the overnight shift are killing me, which I've never really been an overnight person. Maybe I was like way, way long ago in the infancy of my career when I worked in an equine hospital, because I'm always up and moving. So even though you feel tired, you're doing something and time flies by. But the next day, it's killing me. I think this past weekend I slept almost 48 hours, like in 3 days. And then, funnily enough, and I think this is like going to be the epitome of my life for the next 3 years, is I finally felt like I caught up on sleep on Sunday. And then at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, my body was like, nope, you've slept enough. So then I got behind on sleep, and I'm still feeling that today. I feel better, but I think it's like really ironic that, 3, 4 days of really good sleep, and then it just takes one and you feel like you're super behind again. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm working on a couple of things. One for like my learning that I'm trying to see if I can get my life together to try and like put it on this channel. Some of them might be like sodium bicarbonate therapy. So in other words, I've had like 2 cases that have needed it, and I've never used it before. It kind of scares me to use it from like some of the side effects and the physiological things, but kind of like doing some research, putting stuff together, and my hope is to like share it on here with like a student slash, intern resident level of information, but still like at the end, just kind of distill it down to the important stuff that you need to know. It will be a PowerPoint. I think that's probably the way that I'm going to have to do it, which is kind of like, bleh, I feel like so PowerPointed out after all of COVID, but anyways, so yeah. So again, short video, which means yay, less editing. 2, I don't know. It's just kind of like, Anyway. So, thanks a lot for tuning in. Again, maybe you learned something. I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't, because there wasn't really much to learn other than like imposter syndrome still happens. So, be nice to your vet or your vet tech or your assistant or whatever, because at the end of the day, sometimes we may pretend like we're confident or put that way out, but we may not be feeling that way inside. So again, vets aren't going to know everything. That's why they call it practicing medicine, even the experts, right? So yeah, so stay tuned. I'm hoping to post another video in like the next week or so. I'm on daytime ICU again next week, so like should be easier rather than nighttime. So yeah, so thanks a lot, and consider subscribing, liking, whatever. Stay tuned.